Hey, what up KX crew? We're here on Tier Maker and I made my first Tier Maker template. Tier making is not a new thing, but it is something that is becoming more popular, and I thought that I would do one on fitness YouTubers. As you can see, this is my template, and you can find it, I believe, if you search it here on Tier Maker. You have to make a Twitter account to do this, and as you can see by my massive Twitter following, I'm super active on Twitter. Really gotta step that up. But anyway, let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Zach from the future. I'm just here to tell you that after I finished recording this, I realized I missed a few YouTubers, so stay tuned at the end of this. There's still a few more YouTubers that you might find interesting. Okay, so our ranks go A to F, and then we have an S tier, which is above A rank. So the fitness YouTubers that I have here are the fitness YouTubers that I've come across in my years on YouTube, in specific the YouTube fitness community. So I'll let you guys know right now, there are hundreds and thousands of fitness YouTube accounts, okay? So if I'm missing something here, I mean, I'm guaranteed missing like every other fitness YouTuber, because I can tell you personally that it's very difficult to have a successful fitness YouTube channel because it's very saturated. Everyone with a set of biceps is given advice on YouTube, so I'm sharing the people that are who I believe are the titans in the YouTube fitness game right now, or people that I've come across in the years. I wasn't particular to any type of fitness YouTuber, I was just throwing them all in. Every fitness YouTuber that I know, watch, or used to watch is in this list. Let's start off with one that everybody knows. We got Bro Science here. So Bro Science Life has been making videos for a long time, like comical parody type videos. He puts on a funny voice. You guys have all seen Bro Science videos. I'm gonna put him at B tier because his videos are all mostly parodies. He doesn't really give practical good advice, but he's entertaining, and he really taps into that bro fitness culture that resonates with a lot of us, and it's all ironic, right? He's not being serious, that's why it's funny. Next up, let's go with someone else who's very popular, one of the most popular fitness YouTubers. We have Athlean X. Athlean X gives pinnacle advice, so I'm gonna rank him. I'm hesitating between A rank and S rank. I'm gonna put him in S rank for now because he gives sound anatomy advice. Like, the guy talks like he's speaking out of a textbook. Like, everything he does is from an educational standpoint. Like, you know that he knows his stuff. He's a natural lifter. Like, all of his muscles have been achieved naturally, as far as I can tell. I mean, with any of these people, like, I can't prove that they did or did not use steroids. I'm just going with common knowledge and what research I've done. So Athlean X gives really good advice, but his videos aren't always the most entertaining, which makes me want to put him in A rank. But for good lifting advice, clean, wholesome YouTuber, family friendly, Athlean X. There's been a bit of controversy surrounding him lately about fake weights. I think there's been a bunch of YouTubers that are trying to expose him for one-time deadlifting with fake weights, but I don't really care about that, to be honest. If he used fake weights or not, for some reason or another, it doesn't really matter to me. He still gives good lifting advice, even if he faked a PR years ago. No one can even prove it, so I'm just not going to go down that water hole. Next, let's talk about Cali Muscle. So Cali Muscle has been around on YouTube for a long time. He's a super big built dude. He's super strong. His videos, he's one of those YouTubers that does like entertaining workout videos, but he's definitely on steroids, and a lot of his advice is you take it with a grain of salt because he is on steroids, and I enjoy his channel just for the entertainment value, but I feel as though I've grown out of it a little bit. Watching big guys scream and lift weights isn't as appealing to me now as it used to be, so I think he's a bit of a clown. Like, he's entertaining, but he really does take himself seriously, and he thinks that he does give really good lifting advice, and I don't necessarily believe that that's the case. So next up we have V-Shreds. So I've done a video on V-Shreds once, so if you've seen that video, you already know where I'm going to put him. V-Shreds is definitely bottom tier because while he is super shredded and he definitely knows how to work out, he gives really terrible advice, and you definitely know that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's got ads all over YouTube where he's like super shredded and he's got a shirt off and he's like eating a pizza and he's like, I'm super shredded and I got this way not by eating healthy. I eat pizza and chips. You want to be like me? Buy my program. And he just gives really, in general, bad advice. So I don't know if he's natural or not, but I've seen some of his videos where he gives you a healthy snack option, and it's like a banana covered in peanut butter. He negates like the health factors from fruit because he covers them in peanut butter, and then they go from healthy to unhealthy, and that's like fat loss advice from him. So yeah, he's definitely F tier. Next up, we have Every Damn Day Fitness. Every Damn Day Fitness, wow, his channel's a mouthful. I've never had to say that out loud before. He's kind of where I go when I want to get up to date on drama. So what the, I don't know what to call it other than like the pro-fat community, the anti-body shaming community. When you have obese women coming out and telling you not to body shame them, he's usually all over that community. He's ranting and going down tangents and calling people out on their BS. And he also keeps us up to date on general fitness drama on YouTube. So he's not always giving really good lifting advice, but he's entertaining and I enjoy his videos from time to time. I think he does give really good advice, so I'm going to put him in B tier. He's definitely not A tier or S tier. Again, his channel is just shrouded in drama, and his video style is kind of, it's just him in front of a camera sitting in his car. He's just about to head into the grocery store and he decided to make a YouTube video. I don't know, the production value is pretty low, but he definitely knows his stuff, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Next up, let's go with Elliot Hulls. You guys, if you follow me on my channel, you know that got a bit of a history with Elliot Hulls just because I've been a long-time follower and I made that documentary about him that's getting quite a bit of attention. Elliot Hulls, I'm going to put A tier because back in the day he used to give really good lifting advice. His videos were all really entertaining. They were dramatic, they were emotional. He hit every box on the emotion chart, and he gave really good advice while being really entertaining. The production value used to be really good on his channel. He was just the pinnacle of what a fitness YouTuber could be. He was a pioneer, but nowadays he doesn't give so good advice. He's kind of abandoned the format that brought him popularity and that made people love him, and now he just kind of rants about whatever's on his mind. His rants are now political, and he's all about those government conspiracies. He thinks COVID is a big scam and all that. So his advice these days is not so great, and I'm not a fan of him telling women to get back in the kitchen. So for that reason, he's A tier. If he had just stuck to the video format that he used to have, he would have definitely been S tier, but these days that drops him a rank because nowadays he doesn't give very good advice. Next up, we have Infinite Elge Intensity. I've never had to say his name out loud, so I'm not sure if I said it right or not, but he gives pretty good lifting advice. He's really entertaining. He's super funny. He's one of the funniest fitness YouTubers out there. He doesn't do like very much workout videos at all. Like any kind of workout video he does is pretty scarce, and he doesn't like give a ton of lifting advice and like, you know, practical tips for people to take away, but he definitely knows his stuff. Also, I'm fairly certain that he's a lawyer and the fitness YouTubing is like a side gig, so the guy definitely knows his stuff. So I'm putting him B tier because he's a smart guy. He knows a lot about health and fitness, but he doesn't do much posting of workout videos, so it kind of separates him from the rest, where I can go to his channel just for some entertainment and I know I'm getting it from a good place, but can't get much else from him. Next up, let's go one of my personal favorites, Chris Jones. Chris Jones is also a fitness YouTubing titan. He's been around for a long time. He's in the bodybuilding realm of things. He is a natural bodybuilder and he gives really awesome advice, and it's all like, it's more for people who are into that bodybuilding culture. So if you want to get lean and get big muscles and, you know, be really careful with your calories, he's the guy for you. If you want, you know, really good practical advice, it's just good in general. Like if you just want to lose fat and gain muscle, like all of his advice is relevant to that. He gives really good workout advice. He's given me so many tips for lifting weights that I take with me and I use on my clients to this day. He's one of the few people that inspired me to become a personal trainer. He's also very open about his life, and he vlogs a lot about his personal problems. Like, he's always been very open, which leaves you feeling very connected to him. So over the years of watching him, I feel like I really know him. I feel like if I were to walk up to him on the street, I could ask him about his day because I know what's going on. But at the same time, sometimes he gets caught up in his ego a little bit, and he gets caught up in this YouTube drama. And when he thinks he's right, he thinks he's right. He can be a little stubborn and closed-minded. It's kind of a shame because he's almost an S-tier YouTuber for me, but he just, when he slips into this drama and gets caught up in all that garbage on YouTube, it takes away from his reputation a little bit, especially when he's wrong about something. It kind of stains his reputation a little bit. So if he just stayed out of the YouTube drama, I would put him S tier. Also, a lot of his vlogs are him, going to bars and partying and stuff like that. And while it is appealing to the viewer, like, yeah, I also want to be jacked and go to the bar, but a lot of the time it gives mixed messages to the viewers because we're not sure, like, okay, we're supposed to be weighing out our protein powder on a scale and then go to the bar and take a bunch of shots. It's kind of a conflicting message a little bit. So he kind of preaches to be disciplined and dedicated to yourself, but also to have fun, which is a really good message. I think you shouldn't be so hard on yourself all the time. But to the average person stumbling onto his channel, they're going to get a little bit confused. And when I see him getting drunk on vlogs, it's just kind of, it takes away from his credibility as a health and fitness YouTuber, right? Sometimes I just want health and fitness advice, and I don't want to hear about, him cheating on his wife or him getting some action at the club. Like, it's just, it's kind of like I fast forward that stuff in his vlogs because it's just like, I don't need to see another guy get drunk or get laid. So anyway, that's the long-winded way of me telling you why he's not S tier, because on the surface, he's definitely an S tier YouTuber, but once you've been following him for a while, anyway, that's my opinion. Next we have Greg Doucette, or Greg Doucetti, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He's someone that I recently found out about within the past year, but I can see he's getting pretty massive on YouTube, or he's been massive for a long time, I'm not sure. He seems like he knows what he's talking about, but I have no idea if he's natural or not. I've seen different things from different sources. He's an entertaining guy, but my gut tells me that he's on steroids, and it kind of takes away from his credibility. A lot of people do think that he's on steroids, so I don't have much of an opinion from him other than his videos are entertaining, and he definitely knows his stuff, but I'm not sure how credible he is. So I'm going to put him, I was going to put him B tier, but I'm going to put him C tier. Next up, let's talk about Vegan Gains. Vegan Gains has been around on YouTube for a long time, but I think he's a bit of a clown. He's very aggressive. Like, he's the kind of vegan where he's in your face about it. He insults you if you're not a vegan. He just says sometimes like stupid stuff, like his grandfather got cancer and died of cancer, and he's like, good, he wasn't a vegan, he deserved to get cancer because he ate meat. So he's I'm gonna put him probably D tier because I think that he definitely does know what he's talking about to a degree with veganism, and he's pretty jacked for a vegan, but I really find his personality repulsive and his sense of humor not funny. For the fact that he kind of knows what he's talking about, I'm going to put him B tier. Next up, we have a personal favorite of mine, Alan Thrall. Alan Thrall kind of replaced Elliot Hulse for me. He's S tier. He is incredibly entertaining. He's very smart, and I don't know what else to say about him. Those are both the boxes that you want to check if you want to end up in S tier. You got to be entertaining and you got to know your stuff. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm putting Athlean A tier because he definitely knows his stuff and his videos are high production, but he's kind of boring to watch. Now that I put Alan Thrall up there, it puts it in perspective. Next up, let's talk about Ziz, or Ziz. So Ziz was someone who inspired me to lose weight a long time ago. He has a YouTube channel. I guess he was a YouTuber a long time ago. He died of a heart attack in a sauna, probably due to his steroid use, but I'm not totally sure about that. He was a very entertaining bodybuilder. He inspired, I would almost say, hundreds of thousands of people to lose weight and get in the gym. So he was a super positive icon in the fitness community, but he was just entertaining, right? There wasn't much else. He didn't give advice. He was definitely on steroids, which kind of takes away from his credibility a little bit, but entertaining nonetheless. Let's get another bodybuilder out of the way. We have Jeff Seed. So Jeff Seed, or Said, is a bodybuilder. People said that he was the next Ziz after Ziz died. He was next up to replace him with his legacy. I don't think anyone can replace Ziz. For the longest time, I thought he was on steroids, but I just recently found out that he just has godlike genetics. And he might be on steroids, it's hard to say, but he was more shredded at age 12 than I'll ever be in my life. He just has the perfect genetic. Like, you look at the spectrum of like fat people and skinny people, and he's just right in the middle with the most perfect godlike genetics you've ever seen. So in my opinion, that does take away from the credibility a little bit, just because he has an unattainable physique, right? Steroids or genetics. I don't know if that's someone you want to take advice from, because he would have been shredded whether he had gone to the gym or not. Like, he wouldn't have had as much mass as he has, but he has a godlike body that is unattainable. So for that reason, I'm going to put him D tier, because I don't know that he's spreading misinformation, and his videos are entertaining, but I don't think that he's pickable. Actually, while we're in this bodybuilding section, I'm going to talk about Zeez's brother, Chessbra, or Ced. He's just like Zeez, and he wanted to continue Zeez's legacy. He wanted to be as entertaining as Zeez, so all of his videos are the same as him, because he kind of wants to pay tribute to him. He misses his brother. It's nice. But his videos are, I mean, they're entertaining, but they were never what Zeez was, so I'm going to put him D tier. Next up, we have Alpha Destiny. Alpha Destiny is another Titan on YouTube. He gives really good advice. His videos are somewhat entertaining, but the fact that he's such a down-to-earth guy, it makes me feel like he's just like me. I feel like his physique is something that I and a lot of people can aspire to have, because he's just a big buff guy who's pretty lean, and it definitely looks achievable to everybody. He has videos covering everything, and his videos are very like straight to the point. He's not super flashy or entertaining, but he has really good informationals, and he posts workout videos, and for that reason I'm going to put him S tier. He's not like a jumping around entertaining you by juggling dumbbells kind of entertaining. It's just his delivery and his charisma put him S tier. So even though his videos are kind of bland, I think his charisma carries him home. Next up, CT Fletcher. CT Fletcher was a huge inspiration for me. I used to listen to some of his motivational videos in my headphones while I was working out in the gym. He's always been an inspiring figure for me. His videos are entertaining, but they're very bro sciencey. They're very his channel's very bench press and bicep curl oriented, so I'm gonna put him in the B tier, because he's entertaining and he's motivational, but he's not as educational as he is his other qualities. Next up, we have Callie Beck. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. He's a strongman YouTuber. He keeps you up to date on all the strongman news and stuff like that, and that's obviously not of interest to most people. But he's definitely credible. He's walked the walk. He's competed in strongman. He knows his stuff. Super smart guy. He's an icon in the strongman community. Most everyone in the strongman community knows who he is. He gives really good information. I'm gonna put him B tier, because he's a smart guy. He knows his stuff. He's got good workout videos, but most of his videos are just, his delivery is very bland. It's not very exciting to watch, but because he's very educational and he knows his stuff, he's B tier for me. Next up, let's talk about Scooby. So Scooby is, yes, that is his actual YouTube name. Scooby is, I don't know, he's probably in his late 50s, early 60s. I'm not sure, but he's an older dude who's super buff, and he's all natural. And his advice is down to earth. It's practical advice for everybody. So even though he's like super buff, he's not like telling you to weigh out your protein powder and stuff like that. He's giving you good advice, like watch out for this kind of bread and watch out for this kind of food, and he teaches you how to, you know, work out in a hotel room, and he just gives really good down to earth advice that anybody can achieve. His videos are entertaining, so he's A tier for me. Next up, we have Omar Yusuf. I've never had to actually say that out loud before. I'm gonna call him Omar. So Omar, I've just recently discovered him. He's been around YouTube a long time. He's also a YouTube fitness icon, or titan. He's been around for a super long time. So I recently, like, I've seen some of his videos in the past, but I just kind of re-stumbled onto his channel again recently, and his videos are really good. They're really fun, entertaining. He's a super down-to-earth guy, so I feel like I could go for a beer with him. He's on a different humor level than a lot of other people. It's pretty, like, it's a modern humor that I don't know would hit with every audience, but it definitely lands well with me and my generation. And for the fact that he gives good workout videos, they're educational, and he's entertaining, he's going up there in A tier. Next up, we have Zach Evanesh. Zach Evanesh is a garage strongman YouTuber. He's been around a very long time. He was an inspiration for Elliot, so that just goes to show how long he's been in the health and fitness game. So his videos are very, they're very bare bones workouts in his gym. When he rants, it's just his camera is on selfie mode. He goes on some kind of motivational speech or something. He gives really good advice. He's a smart dude, knows his stuff, but his production value is really low, and sometimes I feel like his content would just like hit home super hard, and the delivery would be super well if he just put more time into editing and increasing the quality of his content. So he's educational and he's entertaining. He knows his stuff. He checks all the boxes, but just the delivery of all of his content drops him down a couple notches. The average person is going to get bored on his videos and leave, but I know what he's about, so I like him. So he's B tier. Next up, we have the Hodge Twins. Hodge Twins, another titan on YouTube, been around a very long time. Their videos are hilarious. They get momentum off each other and they build off each other's jokes. They're super funny. They do give good advice, but it's mostly parody. Like, you can't take their humor or their advice very seriously sometimes because they're just joking around a lot of the time. I went through a huge Hodge Twins phase where I watched their videos religiously every day, and their workout videos are really good. They're inspiring dudes, but because they're joking around all the time, they're not as educational as some of the other S tier YouTubers here, or A tier YouTubers, but they're very entertaining and they know their stuff. They're B tier. Next up, we have Buff Dudes. This is going to be very easy for me to explain. They are very entertaining. They're very smart. They have very good workout videos. They just check every box, and their production quality is incredibly high. They put out videos that pique my interest and curiosity constantly. I don't know how they continue to reinvent the wheel in the way that they do. They're definitely S tier YouTubers for me. Last but not least, we have Jeff Nippard. I just discovered him 2 or 3 years ago. He's an S tier YouTuber because he gives incredibly good advice. Again, everything he says is out of a textbook, but he manages to deliver it in an entertaining way. Sometimes he goes out of his way to film funny skits and stuff like that to make boring information more entertaining. His workout videos are good. His production quality is the highest I've ever seen of a YouTube creator. He has animations and transitions, and he delivers very raw, sometimes boring information like case studies and stuff like that, but he somehow manages to make them entertaining, and I learned so much from him. Every time I watch one of his videos, I feel like I just read and consumed a chapter of a textbook. He inspires me to keep researching the science, to make sure that all the videos that I put out are science-based and they're not bro science-based. Of all the fitness YouTubers on this chart, he is the most credible and reputable YouTuber on here, so he's easily an S tier YouTuber for me. So while I was editing this, I realized that I forgot about a couple fitness YouTubers that I did want to talk about. I'm sure I'm going to continue to remember fitness YouTubers as I'm falling asleep, but anyway, there's a couple more here. One of them was Rich Piana, and he died as well. So I remember that while I was just editing the Z's part. Rich Piana was a massive dude, definitely on steroids, so removes the credibility factor, but his workouts were entertaining, and I just it felt wrong not mentioning him in this video, because regardless of how you feel about steroids or the guy himself, he definitely was an iconic fitness YouTuber at the time, and I completely forgot about him because obviously he's not making videos anymore, and it was a really sad day when he died, so I'm going to put him up here at B tier. Next up, we have Brad Castleberry. So this guy's a straight up clown. He easily goes in one of the bottom 2 tiers. I'm gonna put him F tier because he's a super jacked giant guy. Maybe you find his workout videos entertaining, but he got exposed for using fake weights. Like for sure he was using fake weights, not like speculation. He got totally busted, and he's totally full of himself. He's got a massive ego to suit the size of his massive muscles. So the guy has no credibility at all, but he takes himself totally seriously. He just thinks that he's the best, going out there and blasting world records with fake weights, and just, I don't know, he's a stain on the fitness industry as far as I'm concerned. So you can't take advice from someone who's just an outright liar. So he definitely goes into F tier. Next up, we have Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin was someone that I actually used to really be into. I watched his videos all the time. He really motivated me, but he got exposed as having a really toxic personality. He's just a really fake nice guy on camera, but behind the scenes he's just a jerk to everyone else and around him. And after I found out about his real personality, I didn't want to watch his videos anymore. I couldn't watch any of his videos, which sucks because he had really hilarious videos with Bro Science. They always collaborate, and I couldn't watch those videos anymore. They were just killed for me because he has such a fake personality on camera that I just didn't want to bother with him anymore. So at one point I would have ranked him higher on this list, but I'm going to put him D tier because his workouts are entertaining, and I'm sure he knows a thing or two about health and fitness, but he's definitely on steroids, and we already know that he's a liar, so that's why he makes D tier. Next up, we have Mike Chang, who you know better as Six Pack Shortcuts. This guy owned YouTube a few years ago with his ads. You saw Mike Chang everywhere trying to sell you a shortcut to six-pack abs, which is why he's no longer as popular as he used to be, because he got exposed for scamming people. So I've seen some of his videos, and some of his workouts seem good, some of his advice seems legit, but he also was a scam artist. So he was playing on people's sensitive insecurities about being fat and trying to sell them a shortcut. And I mean, it's in the name. There's no shortcut to a six-pack, right? It takes a lot of hard work. So he was taking advantage of people's weaknesses and selling them stuff with it. So when Mike Chang left, V-Shreds took his place. He filled the power void for scamming people out of their hard-earned money. But because I'm pretty sure Mike Chang knows a little bit more of what he's talking about than V-Shreds does, so I'm gonna put him a tier higher. Who's this? It looks like we have one more YouTuber we almost forgot about. He's easily an S tier YouTuber. He's the best fitness YouTuber out there. I'm not sure if you've heard of this channel. It's called Clausen Exercise. It's easily S tier. Actually, I should have made another tier just for this channel alone. If you haven't subscribed to Clausen Exercise yet, I would highly recommend it. He puts out a lot of really good content. Yeah, definitely check out his channel. This is definitely not me plugging myself at the end of the video. Jokes aside, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Would you have ranked these guys anywhere differently than I have? Yeah, please let me know what your thoughts are, how you would have ranked them. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, consider doing so. It would really help me grow. And for any personal training inquiries, you need help making a workout plan, or just want to do an online workout session with me, check out my website, clausenx.com, or go to my Instagram, DM me, go to Facebook, DM me, hit me up. Let's make it happen.